So in the last part of the drama, I talked about how we were being used for the game Glitchland, but I didn't go in depth. Today, I found out something crazy. What was discovered was serious because it broke a promise we all made before the court session. Part 2. Whoever won would be in the right, and Glitchland would have to restart progress. That didn't happen. He didn't restart the development at all. He literally just renamed the project to a different game name. I also have him explicitly stating he wouldn't show up to a second court case, which is in the description. The video would be. This case was about who is right in this situation, and by the time of writing this, it hasn't happened yet. His refusal to show up is proof that he doesn't want more people to know the truth. I have multiple screenshots of these statements. Like these. So in this video, I'm going to go deeper into the drama with playtime. In the previous video, I covered the general arguments. Hold up. And explained the background. Today I'm presenting new evidence that shows actual actions that he took that are harmful, irresponsible, and that he completely avoided accountability. This isn't about opinion, this is about facts, proof, and transparency. I want to show exact messages, screenshots, timestamps, explain why each one matters. This is about showing the truth to an audience and clarifying why my stance is justified. This video is about accountability, and it's important for anyone who wants to understand the real story behind Glitchland, the drama, and our interactions. So here's the evidence of deleted proof. The first piece of evidence is one of the clearest indicators of his behavior. In a DM, he explicitly said he deleted evidence to avoid dealing with the situation. Here's what happened. I had screenshots and messages, and in the chat he said, I got rid of it so I don't have to deal with this. Now think about that. Deleting evidence is a huge red flag. It's one of the worst things someone can do in a situation like this. By deleting evidence, he was trying to hide his actions, mislead anyone who wanted to understand what happened, and avoid responsibility. That's not just irresponsible, it's unethical. Screenshots are proof. They are accountable. I made sure to document everything before he could hide it. This shows that even when confronted directly, instead of addressing the issue, he chose to remove proof. That alone says a lot about how he handles accountability. Okay, so about avoiding court and Roblox. Next, let's look at how we avoided accountability. There was a Court 2 session set up where he could face the audience, respond to claims, and explain his side. He didn't show up. He didn't want to. He refused to participate. Refusing to face an audience that is looking for answers is one of the clearest signs someone is avoiding responsibility. Making mistakes is one thing, hiding from them is another. I stayed present, provided the screenshots, and documented every step. My approach was open and transparent. He chose the exact opposite. Not showing up isn't a small mistake, it's a pattern. It shows he's unwilling to engage in any form where his actions are being questioned, which is exactly why this video exists. So we're going to talk about now the public exposure of my username on Roblox. So one of the most serious issues is how he escalated the drama. He posted videos showing my username to over 2,000 people, implying I lost him or was responsible for some conflict. This was not harmless. It led to multiple friend requests from strangers who could potentially try to harass me. Broadcasting my identity during a conflict without consent is reckless and irresponsible. This isn't about me being upset. This is about digital safety. Sharing usernames in the middle of the drama, exposing someone to thousands of viewers without permission can have real-world consequences. That's why I documented everything and why I'm presenting it calmly and factually. And contradictions. Another thing to address is misrepresentation. He claimed he had changed his ways, but his actions and the timing of his behavior show otherwise. Despite claiming change, he continued to avoid accountability, refused to appear in court too, and tried to remove evidence. Statements alone aren't proof, actions are. Documenting contradictions are essential. So by showing that his claims and actions don't line up, it becomes clear who's responsible and who is avoiding responsibility. Screenshots, timestamps, and chat logs illustrate this pattern. Okay, so let's go into perspective of a neutral viewer. So now let's consider a neutral viewer. Imagine someone who doesn't know the background. They see someone refusing to face an audience, deleting evidence, and sharing private usernames. What's the logical conclusion? It's obvious that accountability is being avoided. It's also obvious who has documented proof and who is relying on words alone. That's why my videos focus on evidence. A neutral viewer can look at screenshots, timestamps, and message history, and clearly see the truth. This isn't bullying or attacking, it's facts and transparency. It's about I'm not misrepresenting anything. Everything is presented and verifiable. It's also important to understand the long-term consequences by refusing accountability, deleting evidence, and escalating drama publicly. He risks credibility as a content creator. People may look back, and it could affect collaborations, reputation, and trust with viewers. This is not about revenge. It's about responsibility. These actions have real consequences. Anyone involved in online content creation should understand how their behavior reflects on their brand. Finally, how this connects with Glitchland. This ties into the bigger picture of it and the stolen assets. You hear me? Stolen assets. This pattern of behavior, avoiding accountability, deleting evidence, misrepresenting facts, directly aligns with how we handled Glitchland. The next video will cover the whole story of Glitchland, ownership, stolen assets, and how the project was mishandled. Patterns of behavior don't exist in isolation. They show how someone handles responsibility and conflict. To wrap up, so this evidence clearly shows a pattern: deleting evidence, avoiding accountability, escalating drama, and misrepresentation. These are documented facts, proven through screenshots, timestamps, and chat logs. The next video will go deeper, showing Glitchland ownership, stolen assets, and why proper accountability matters for project and friendships. This is about truth, documentation, and transparency. I will not stop until the truth is fully clear and why property presented for anyone watching. Stay safe.